One of the biggest issues I had with this film, and the major reason I walked out feeling a little indifferent, is how distant the characters felt, particularly Leonardo DiCaprio's. His performance is very physical and comedic. He's frantic, chaotic, constantly running around in a bathrobe, sometimes engaged in violent activism, but his performance rarely gives you insight into who his character really is. For most of the movie, we don't get a sense of his beliefs, his stakes, or even his perspective on the revolution he's supposedly devoted to. There's a running gag throughout the whole film where he's on the phone with the activist organization trying to get information, and every single time he forgets the code words to get further along in the process. It's genuinely funny. It's like the dude from the Big Lebowski level absurd humor, and it makes you smile every time. But it's also the perfect example of what this film prioritizes: the physical comedy and the frantic momentum over character depth. And this absence of an inner life stands in stark contrast to everything the PTA is known for. His major successes all hinge on characters who feel deeply and fully deciphered. Dirk Diggler isn't just a porn star. He's a young man consumed by ambition, desire, and the intoxicating promise of fame, navigating a world that exploits him at every turn. Daniel Plainview is one of the most fully realized characters of the 21st century, a ruthless, obsessive capitalist whose greed and charm and paranoia drive him to both create and destroy, embodying the extremes of ambition and human selfishness. Freddie Quell is a damaged, volatile man struggling to reconcile his trauma with fleeting glimpses of connection, while Lancaster Dodd is a charismatic manipulator whose hypnotic confidence masks deep insecurities and moral contradictions. In all of these films, PTA meticulously constructs the inner machinery of his characters, the beliefs, anxieties, obsessions, and contradictions that make them live beyond the screen. But here, in one battle after another, DiCaprio's Bob feels mostly external. You see him doing things, reacting, bumbling, fleeing, shooting a gun, but you rarely feel the man behind the bathrobe. He's energetic, he's funny, he's chaotic, no doubt about it, but he doesn't have the emotional scaffolding that makes a PTA character linger in your mind afterward. You're watching actions unfold rather than inhabiting a fully realized mind. It's a striking departure for a filmmaker who, like I mentioned, has built a reputation on inhabitable characters. And it's part of why, despite the cleverness and the humor, I felt a surprising sense of distance from the story's emotional center.